Welcome back for another episode. Today we are going to be trying to get a little bit ahead of the game for the next stuff we're going to start building by making a new fuel power plant. The plan is to build it out in the blue crater. If you guys saw it in the last episode, that was the whole point of the launcher. That way, whenever I forget the materials I need, I can launch myself back here quickly and I don't spend hours and hours just running back and forth from the main base to the blue crater. So let's finish up unlocking everything. We'll head over there to the blue crater and we'll get started with the preliminary planning.
You in particular are my most valuable pioneer, but don't tell the others I said that. It would be bad for morale.
I really hope they never fix the launchers and stop them from working. That will really suck. Alright, so these are the two oil nodes or deposits, whatever you want to call them, that we're going to use for the fuel power plant. Unfortunately, we need to clear out our cute spitting neighbors. So if you've noticed, I already started building a little bit up on top of one of those mushrooms, and that's what I'd like to continue doing. I want to build this fuel power plant on top of one of these mushrooms and make them like the platform. I'm gonna clear these guys out too, get them out of the way so that in case I need to, well, actually I just don't want them to be attacking me while I'm trying to build, so and there he goes, bye bye. Alright, and now that we are in the 1.1 version, it's really nice because I can clear out all of this stuff that's here, and in case we need to grow bigger than the mushroom, we can extend out this way. Let's go ahead and clear out all of this stuff too. With all that stuff cleared out, now we can build the foundation for our fuel power plant on top of this mushroom over here. And as you guys have noticed, I do have all of our foundations over here right now are still floating. I am gonna fix that. I have a pretty cool idea to fix that, which I think is gonna look good. But we'll probably show that in a different episode because it's a whole big ordeal all by itself. Right now, we are going to real quick unlock the industrial manufacturing stuff. I'm not going to start building anything with that right now, but I got all the stuff, so might as well unlock it. Next, as you can see on the right, I made a big old list of all the stuff I'm going to need.
Such as computers and heavy modular frames, but
I did my best to make sure that I have extra of everything, but you know how it goes. We're gonna run out, or extras, or we're gonna need more materials. It just is what it is.
74% more efficient than your peers.
Why, thanks, Ada. You've been giving me a lot of compliments today. I really appreciate it. If something like this actually happened and we had the opportunity to go to another planet to steal its resources and send it back to Earth, would you go? Let me know in the comments. We are on the north side of the power plant foundation because this is going to be what's closest to the oil extractors. So this is the side we're going to set down all the refineries on. And now we'll set down the other oil extractor, and we need to check how much oil we're going to get. So one of them is a normal node and the other one is a pure node. So I think the total is 360. And with the amount that these guys use, we will be able to set down 6 refineries. The refineries will make 240 fuel. Generators need 20 fuel. So all in all, we will be able to have 12 fuel powered generators. That's a good amount. I'm pretty happy with that. So let's see how we're gonna squeeze these all in right here. 6 refineries. I need 1 more foundation on this side to fit the 6th one comfortably. And then I'm not really sure how I want to set down the generators. I tried this method first, in line like this. Maybe do like 4 sets of 4 together, but I didn't really like it that much, so we tried this, all 6 of them in line together. That would mean that I would need to do a whole nother batch, and I wanted to see if I could stack it on top of, like, do 2 layers of fuel generators like this. And if you see kind of in the background, there's different styles of pillars that I was trying out to see what looked the best, and then have that foundation on top. And it looked okay. Don't love it, but it looked okay. Now the crazy thing I wanted to try is to extend the exhaust pipes that are shooting up so that they would kind of look like they connect to the top ones. So maybe that sounds a little weird or crazy or whatever, but I wanted them to be perfectly on top of each other so that it would look like the exhaust pipes connected. And I wanted to use this round concrete beam kind of as see if I could make it look like an extension, like an exhaust pipe extension, and just really make it look like the pipes continued. But I didn't really like the look of it. I think I can make it work, but not right now. So I decided to bail on this idea. I just didn't like it. I couldn't figure it out right now what exactly I wanted to do. So I just decided to bail on it. Just changed a whole different design. And I think the best thing for me would be to just extend out the foundations and just do 2 lines of 6 generators. Now, my issue right here is that the floor or the dirt is coming up through the foundations, and if I set anything down right there, the machines aren't going to be able to lock in perfectly. They're going to be sitting on the dirt. So I made my foundations too low, unfortunately. And the only way to fix that, I could have just left it stacked, but I decided to just erase everything and essentially start from scratch. On the bright side, at least we have our base plan of how we're going to do this, but I needed to raise the floor to the new height. And so yeah, we just deleted everything and restart, essentially. But now we got the gist, right? Okay, now we can start building again. I want to make sure that the first refinery I put down is pretty darn perfect and it has enough space for a pipe. Looks pretty good. Alright, let's lock all of these down. And now I kind of want the generators to line up with the edge. And I need to do a better job of making sure I have like walkways all around the machines. I haven't done such a great job at that, but we'll work on it. We'll try and get better. I don't have the Mark II pipes yet, so because of that, I am gonna need 2 pipes to be able to have enough flow for all 12 of the generators. I did run out of enough material for generators, so we're gonna work on the pipe real quick. So the first pipe that's on the ground level that's currently on the ground level, is going to feed the first 6 generators, and then the upper pipe is going to flow downwards so right here I cut that off because I don't need it anymore, and from here the upper pipe goes down, and that upper pipe feeds the last 6 generators, and that's how I split it off. I think it looks okay. It looks clean-ish. I did completely run out of materials now, so I can't build anything else that I need. So let's take a quick break and go get more stuff by flying back to the home base. For me, back to the earlier question of going to another planet and taking it over using all their supplies, the big question would be, am I ever going to be able to come back home? That would be the big question. And if the answer is yes, then I think I'd be more willing. But with the way that, at least in this video game, Ada is talking, it's like, it doesn't sound like we're ever going back home. Like, this is where you're gonna be for the rest of your life, and that would be the big pull for me. Like, will I ever be able to come back? The refineries are going to be producing 180 resin. I'm going to need to make sure that I do something with that, because if the resin fills up and it doesn't have anywhere to go, it's going to end up stopping production, and I'm going to lose power because the machines aren't going to get fuel. I was clipping right there a little bit, so I'm just going to move this back, and then I should have enough room to do that little curve up to the second level. Because I have an oil node that is a normal one, and another one that's a pure one. One of the nodes is actually feeding 2 refineries, and the pure node is feeding 4 refineries. But at this point, all I need, I can separate them all. So I will have 3 and 3 refineries feeding 6 of the machines, and then 3 more refineries feeding the other 6. Here I wanted to have a T like right at the floor, so I had to do this little quick trick to be able to get that, and it worked out pretty good. So yeah, so this pipe has to be the normal node, and then this pipe has to be the pure node, because this one is the one that's feeding 4 refineries. Looking good. Alright, I'm going to build a pillar that's supposed to be the support. So this is what will support the pipe coming all the way down. Obviously in the game, you don't have to do this, right? But I like for it to kind of make sense, be logical. We'll do the same thing at the oil extractors. Have some little pillars so that the pipe has something to grab onto going up. I will have to cross these pipes over each other because they're currently kind of pointing at the wrong direction. Yeah, so I had to run the one that was on the right underneath the other one. Yeah. For it to be correct. Looks good. Okay. Now we're gonna add these pumps. I did have the power on and I was, attaching everything and making sure like where I needed to add the pumps to and all that stuff. What I figured here is I could just, make a little conveyor belt where everything flows, and it worked out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Looks pretty clean. I will focus a little more in the future on the color coordination, because even though I like the green, I would also like to kind of color coordinate based on the materials that I'm moving around. I think that looks good and it helps you remember. I wish I could get rid of these spikes. I thought that maybe since the new update came on, maybe they would be explodable, but they're not. Not a big deal though. Instead of putting these foundations on the ground, I just put them up in the air. And it gave me a little more room to work with anyways, so it was a win. I decided to make a mini plastic factory down here so that the resin wouldn't just completely go to waste. As you can see, it's enough. It's way enough to work through all of that resin. And the machines aren't 100% efficient, but they're enough. And we can later on do something with the plastic. I haven't used these sinks a lot. I know I should more. And the reason in this case why I decided to use it is because, like I said earlier, I don't want the fuel power plants to shut down. So if I fill up on plastic, I fill up on resin, the machines they will keep running because the resin is going to be dumped into the sink once I get overfilled. And this is our fuel power plant. What do you guys think? Right now we're floating in the air, but I will fix that very, very soon. I think it looks pretty good. I really enjoyed this build. It looks pretty clean. I like the whole mushroom top aesthetic where I'm building everything on top of these mushrooms and they're the platforms. I really like it. And then this almost hidden plastic factory. I did have to use water, and I only needed one machine. So we just got it from the lake over here on the side. Looking good, looking good. Alright guys, well thanks for joining me on this build. We're gonna beat this game. That's the goal. We're gonna make everything, make enough of everything, and I don't know, depending on how much time we put into this series, maybe, I'll keep building and we'll come back to it, but we got a long ways to go. Nowhere near talking about endgame yet. Anyways, hope to see you guys in the next one. Anything you want to let me know or talk to me about, hit me up in the comment section. And if you liked the video, hit the like button. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.